Wow, it's been so long. Hello everyone, long time no see. It has been quite a while since I made a collage video, but I am back today to hopefully make a collage or two. And I thought it'd be nice today if we just take it slow, catch up a little bit, flip through some books, hopefully make a collage or two. I think that will be fun. It's been, again, quite a while. I haven't really collaged at all since the pressed flower collage that I made. I did make one collage in the meantime off camera. My grandmother turned 90. She's probably watching this. Hi, Grammy. I made a card for her birthday that I made a collage on. And I really only have this one kind of awful picture of it. But I did really love how I sort of integrated this sailboat into a peacock's tail, where it kind of looked like the tail feathers were waves of some sort. So I did make that collage off camera, which was actually quite nice to make a piece of art and not have to worry about cameras and lighting and all of that. But during that process, while I was making that collage, while I was looking for things on, what to make, I did find two pieces that I thought might be fun together. They weren't right for the card. They were much too big, but I did find this woman wearing this really incredible shirt with this fan, and also this sort of bouquet of flowers, which I thought maybe might make a nice hat. If you can see, maybe we could tuck her head here and put this thing of flowers on her head like a hat, and it would be really big. This would be kind of a really large collage, and that might be fun. So let's see if we can make this pairing work, and then maybe we'll look through some other books and make something else too. But yeah, it's just gonna be a chill day, getting back into it, take it a little easy, but it is nice to see you all. I hope that you all have been doing well and still creating. So let's jump into it. So I have these two images here, and I think this woman is gonna be really easy to cut out, although I am not super looking forward to, cutting out all of the little intricacies of this bouquet. But I'll just put a podcast on, put some music on, get going, cutting this out, and then we'll cut the woman out and see if these two come together in perfect harmony. Let's get into it and see what this is gonna look like. So I've got my two things cut out pretty roughly. We'll fix those once we're at that point, but I do kind of just want to see for proof of concept if this is going to work. And I would love to cover up most of her hair, so it kind of looks like she doesn't even have hair, like the flowers are her hair. So, and if we could get maybe her bow here sticking out a little bit over some of the flowers. Oh yeah, sort of like that. Okay, I think this might work. I'm having pretty good feeling about this. Now, I do need to sort of think about what we're gonna do in the background. Are we going to, have her be in a flower environment, or is it just gonna be on white? And maybe I'll trim this down here so some of this isn't coming over her shoulder. I think that maybe that's sort of distracting, and I do really like her puffy sleeves. I'm gonna start cleaning this up more, and we'll decide on some of the other things at the end. So I guess I'll go in all to these little sections and cut them out. It's gonna be a lot of work, but this will make a huge difference. It really will. And while I'm doing this, I thought maybe I would just chat a little bit about what I've been up to, where I've been. Sort of the biggest thing is, I think I've mentioned on this channel before that I am a graphic designer as my day job. I've been doing that for almost a decade, and I really love it. But I did recently accept a new job at a new company. I'll be starting that job really soon. So the past couple of months have been, interviewing and applying and prepping for interviews and, doing all that fun stuff when it comes to job hunting. And, if you've ever job hunted before, which is probably almost all of us, that it can take, it's pretty time consuming. It kind of is a full-time job in of itself. So a lot of my energy and time has just been dedicated to that at the moment. But again, I have accepted a new job and I'm really excited about it, and I start very soon. And so I feel like once that starts and once I'm sort of up and running with them, I will feel a little bit like I have a little bit more free time to think about my outside projects. Sort of everything kind of just had to go a little bit on hold for the past couple months. But again, all good things, all very good things. So I spent about a half an hour really cleaning up this bouquet, getting in all the nooks and crannies. It's definitely not perfect, but it is going to be perfect for the piece we're putting together. So let's bring back in our lady and our piece of paper and put this into place. I also trimmed it up a little bit to sort of make it feel a little bit more like hair. It kind of felt like I was giving her a haircut. I think we want it a little bit like this, you know, covering up most of her hair, but you know, not encroaching on her face too much. Well, that's looking pretty good. I really quite like that. Now we have a couple of options at this point. We could keep this exactly as is, glue it down and call it a day, or we could maybe find a background. I will say I wish, you know, this lady, I like that she's black and white, but she is bleeding into the background quite a bit. And so there is a little bit of a balance issue. The flowers are really popping off towards you and the lady is sort of really sinking into the background. So a background that's maybe has green, you know, maybe just a blank field might do the trick for this and give it a nice, you know, level background so she can stand off too. So maybe we'll look for a background. But I also think if I just glued it like this, trimmed the bottom off a little bit, it would be quite lovely. And I really kind of do love this intersection here. But let's look for a background, and then maybe also while we're looking, see if there's anything else that we find that inspires us, because I would love to make a second collage today. This is such a large piece of paper. I feel like I have to stick to the books that are larger so we get one clean background, which does limit our options. This piece of paper is just big enough for our piece, so if there's something in here that would work, that would be good. I'm thinking something that's kind of just a plain green, something obviously not with snow in it. I don't think that that's the right vibe. Also a city, don't think that's the right vibe. That's a little bit too busy. Ooh, I don't really know if I'm gonna be able to find something. I think if this was just this green background the whole way, it would be perfect, but there's too much stuff going on up here with the cloud and everything. Not quite right. I'm not sure if any of the backgrounds that I saw were quite right. I think we should put this on hold and go work on something else and come back to it in a little bit. Now, one of my friends recently gave me this box of prints. They say special study set of fine art reproductions, Hamilton College Modern Architecture, 140 prints. I saw these briefly and I haven't really had a chance to look through these fully, but I'm pretty sure it's just a ton of black and white prints of buildings. And I was thinking we could take a quick look through these to see if any of these were really inspiring. I mean, already that one's really cool. These remind me a little bit of the postcards that we used in the Halloween collage that I made with the ghosts. I added ghosts into that postcard scene. So I was thinking maybe these might be fun to incorporate into a collage. And I like that these have a border, and so it's possible if we find an image to add to them, it could bleed off the edge of the image but go onto the border. I always kind of thought that was a really nice look. I should maybe be making piles of ones that I think are really interesting and ones that maybe are less interesting, so I don't have to keep going through them. So I didn't really have a rhyme or reason as to why I pulled out these particular images, but I just kind of liked them as I saw them. So let's take a closer look. Oh, this one I particularly really loved. I don't know, this stairway is just so cool. What if we had, you know, a snake coming down here, coming down the stairs or something? This one's really cool. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. Same with this sort of interior shot. I don't know, I was really drawn to these sort of grand interiors. I feel like there's lots you could do. Oh, and this one too. I feel like this one has sort of greenhouse vibe, so you could do something with plants maybe. I don't know, I just really loved these interior shots. I don't know what it is about them. They were so pretty. Oh, and this auditorium, so cool looking. But again, these interior shots, I don't know, I'm drawn to for some reason. I wonder if I could do sort of a series of 4, where they sort of had something connected between all of them. So we're gonna be putting animals into these scenes. I have this book here that has some really great illustrations of animals, and some of them are doing, you know, funny things, which I think will really add some life to these scenes. So I've collected the animals I think might work in each scene. So we first have our dung beetle that is gonna look really cute in this sort of hallway going across here. Then for this grand stairway, I found these 3 badgers. So this badger who's looking backwards, I was thinking could be down here on this level looking back. And then this badger who we can see his head poking out could be up here looking down. And then this main badger who we can see most of his body could be sitting up here on this part of the stairs. So I think that is going to be a great grouping. Then next is this group of bats who are, you know, hanging upside down. And I was thinking they could just sort of sit up here on the roof and be coming down into the scene. And then I was also thinking we could add some plants or mushrooms or something down here to add something extra to this one. And then the last one is one that I like, but I think needs something else. And I found this flamingo who's sort of, you know, bending over. And so I was thinking feet could be here on the stage. And then body comes up around here, and then the head ducks down maybe on this part of the audience. But I think that there needs to be, you know, one other part of something going on in this scene. So this one is the one I'm sort of least confident about. And if I cut the flamingo out and it's not working in the scene, I might just ditch this one and just make it a series of 3. So we'll see how this one is going. I think it needs something else. I'm just not exactly sure how to remedy that yet. So let's get these cut out, see if they work in the scenes, and go from there. Let's get our dung beetle in here. I also cut out these little dirt piles or rocks or something. I thought that might add to the, you know, effect here. I'm thinking if we cut this column here, we can tuck the poop back there so it kind of looks like it's going out in that little area. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Now where should these little rocks go? I think the rocks are not absolutely necessary. I just thought adding a extra little something would be good. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Now I do think we need to add maybe something. Maybe we don't. I kind of like it. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, let's get these badgers in. Now I am gonna have to do a good amount of cutting out areas so we can slip them back in, but I'm thinking that one will go there, which I really love. This one will go down here and just his head will be peeking up. So we'll see this part of the staircase, which I think will be nice. And then this guy, I think if we cut a little bit of that railing, we can stick him here. I am liking that. Okay, let's cut out these parts so we can tuck them in. All right, so this one, we'll get here. And then I think I'll go right on the edge of the page so he can really go down there. Oh yeah, that's really great. That is exactly what I imagined. Oh, I love that one. Okay, now this one, we want to trim on this column for sure. I think we have to go around this light, which is a little annoying, but we can do it. Okay, how's that? Slip this guy in here. Oh boy, okay, let's go the other way. Go from the back. Here he comes. I think there's more body. I think I could go a little bit higher on this archway here. So let's go up a little bit more on the column. Okay, I think that might be a little bit better. Nice, I think that is working well. Now we just need to trim over here. So we'll go with the stairwell around to this part and then trim right on the edge. Okay, now this guy, tuck back here. Wow, I love this. That's so cool. I'm really loving that. I was a little bit worried because the badgers are sort of black and white and the scene is black and white. I was a little bit worried they were gonna get lost, but I think that they are looking pretty good. Okay, just a couple more in this series. All right, let's get these bats in here. I was thinking the two pair could go up here in the sort of doorway here. And then this one guy could be tucked on this one and maybe we can tuck him behind the pole. This one's easy. All right, let me just cut this pole out and then we'll slip him a little bit behind it. See if that illusion works. I think I cut a lot more than I actually needed, but you never know. Actually, I think I didn't go up quite high enough. All right, I think that's pretty perfect. Now this one, their feet are gonna kind of go right on top of the iron, so I think that's perfect. Now I do want to add something down below, maybe some of these mushrooms. Maybe we can put something here and tuck it behind some of that stuff. Now which one? I kind of like these two. And I feel like the colors, like that brown is almost the same. The mushroom brown and the brown of the bats, so that can pick up from each other. I kind of like that. And I'll also cut along the bottom. Right in here. I think I might also cut here and here so that top of the mushroom can stick out. Okay, so big guy first. Come on, there we go. Now let me get the little guy in here. That is perfect. So let's bring out the three that we have so far and just look at them as a series. Oh, these are good. I am a fan. Now I would love to put something else in the dung beetle one. And maybe it should be mushrooms just to tie everything together. Now I wonder if we take a couple of these red ones and put them with the badgers. That might work. And then maybe a couple of these really skinny ones for the beetle. I'm kind of just thinking of color-wise, like this purple of this mushroom kind of goes with the beetle purple. But let's get these, at least these two cut out and see if they work. in the badger scene. I think I'm kind of giving up on the flamingo scene. I was hesitant about it anyway, and I think that these 3 as a series are definitely strong enough. We're gonna forget about the flamingo one for now, or I guess forever. We'll just go with these 3. Thinking maybe we could do a couple mushrooms up here on this balcony. I think if we cut the balcony a little bit so we can tuck the mushrooms behind this railing, that would be perfect. That's cute. All right, now these mushies I think can go maybe just right up here. And I could trim a little bit off the edge so the mushroom is sticking off, just so it looks a little integrated, and maybe behind this column too. We'll also make them the same height. There's, a couple of trimming I have to do, and we have to glue everything, but wow, I love this series so much. I ended up keeping Our Lady with the Hair of Flowers on just a white background to keep it simple, and I also spent so long cutting out all the little details on those flowers. I didn't want to hide any of that with the background, so I kept her on white, but I did pull out a frame for my frame collection that was the right size for her because I wanted to see what she was going to look like in a frame. So I did pop her in that, and I love how it turned out. It looks incredible. This was a great day back after, about a month of not creating anything to create these 4 pieces. I'm very happy. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.